What's up guys, Formula News here and welcome to part 2 of this mini series where we see how Vettel and Ferrari are failing each other. If you haven't checked out part 1, then I'm going to link it in the top right corner, so make sure to check that out before you see this one. Anyways, let's get started. Across 2 weeks at Silverstone, Vettel was not on Leclerc's level. Ferrari accidentally made sure of that in the first week with botched reliability and preparation that seriously compromised Vettel's practice time. On a weekend, it brought a low downforce package that doesn't play to his strengths either. There was a slight deviation in downforce levels, presumably adding a small amount on Vettel's car to give him the confidence he lacked at the British Grand Prix, and that resulted in a better feeling for Vettel behind the wheel. But it didn't translate into a notable lap time gain relative to Leclerc. A deficit of around 3 tenths to Leclerc, which is what Vettel seemed to have in general, isn't all that surprising though, or a sign of anything particularly wrong beyond Vettel just not having as much confidence as Leclerc. Silverstone's a long lap with a punishing mix of corners. The difference only needs to be a few hundredths of a second to add up dramatically over a dozen or so proper corners. Which brings us back to Vettel's mistake and Ferrari compounding it. Vettel dropped himself into traffic and ruined any chance of a sensible race trying to pick off the cars he could fight with. Ferrari reinforced the misery by dropping him out of clear and back into a pack. It also put him on a mindlessly short stint on hot tires, then a 19-lap stint on mediums at the end. There is therefore no way of directly comparing Vettel's race with Leclerc's because it became completely different. While Leclerc was able to focus on his own pace and manage his tires to the point he executed that one-stop strategy and finished 10 seconds behind the second Mercedes, Vettel was forced to run at the pace of those around him. And he further exposed the weakness he has in battle because he made very slow work of even clearing the Alfa Romeos, Haas's, and even the Williams. He outqualified Leclerc in the second Austria race and again in Hungary, where he was a solid 6th. So it's not that Vettel's been hopelessly lost at every race thus far, and that reinforces the feeling there wasn't something fundamentally wrong. Silverstone was simply an exaggerated manifestation of a small difference in performance between the two drivers. Mackay has hailed Vettel's mentality for persevering despite being very uncomfortable with the car through the first weekend and said he is second to none in fighting spirit and being as constructive as one can be in trying to understand how to move to the next thing. Vettel's not going to suddenly vault clear of the midfield entirely, and that problem area is what brings out the worst in him and his team. He's prone to errors and Ferrari's strategy is rarely bulletproof. So better qualifying performances will be of minimal benefit if he and Ferrari conspire to be destructive to his chances on track. There's little doubt Vettel will have stronger weekends than this. Silverstone proved that when things are bad, they're very bad, and it took the strain on the faltering Vettel and Ferrari relationship to a new level. He said that things can't get any worse than the 70th anniversary weekend. If he's wrong, the question will not be how Vettel saves his season, it'll be whether he even wants to see it to the finish. So what do you think? How high will Vettel finish this season? Let me know in the comment section below. And now, it's time for Meme of the Day, and here it is. And that's the end of part 2. I hope you enjoyed this mini series, and if you want me to do more videos like this, then make sure to leave a like and also don't forget to subscribe. Apart from that, I hope you enjoyed the video, hope you have an awesome day, and until next time, goodbye.